safe in South Florida in the early 60s. You know, when I go to think about it today, maybe South Florida was probably the safest place in the country. Up north, the place of Dixieland. What was going on back then? People say when you get past Palm Beach County, you have a new America. Well, that saying still goes to today. Things do change a little bit different when you get past Palm Beach County. But Mr. Banks was one of the founding fathers. The Odoms, the Knowles, the Clintons, the Lowe's, the Jacksons, and Mr. The Reverend right around the corner here. Hardeman. They were the core of this community. Unfortunately, nobody really wanted this community. Lantana didn't want it, neither did Lake Worth. But, like what Ted said, when it came online, Lake Worth started grabbing. They grabbed as far as Jog Road. That's why you had that incorporated Lake Worth out there. The state, that's found that was the Constitution. That's why we're not out there. We was out there, we won't have any tax problems. We won't have any budget problems. We have that, revenue coming into our town. What else can I tell you?
What's the earliest?
I grew up in this house right here. It now belongs to my brother. 1528. My mother's father buried right over there.
What's the oldest burial in the cemetery, do you know?
First day that buried here was my cousin, Queen. And that's a sad story. It's taken a long time. I was just busy. She was supposed to go to church that night. The parents said she couldn't go. She took rats and wasn't she?
Wow.
I'm sure the story. Now you know.
Tell them for many years the city really neglected maintaining this for really only been the last 20
You can
years.
imagine there were only 10 lights, street lights in this court, in this area. So
Wow.
you know what the night was like. But tell you, crime wasn't bad in this town. Only when people became citizens of the world, which is drunkards, then we had a few problems. You know? But that was it. I mean, nobody broke into anybody's house. You could leave your house open. Nobody would steal anything from you. It was just one of the safest neighborhoods. And another thing, when we were growing up here, if you got in trouble, of course, you would get your ass whipped, excuse me, and you go home and tell your parents you got a double bang. So, you know, that's the way we grew up. So then, you know, you didn't have the HRS at the time. So, you know, it was nice. It was nice. And some of you people probably grew up the same way, you know. But, you know, now, you know, it is what it is.
It takes a village, Ed.
It takes a village to raise you. You gotta believe that. Outside of that, you can almost see 3 of the churches from here. 4 of the churches right from here.
Yep.
1, 2, 3. And the 4th one right there. You see the top of it right there.
Yeah.
You can stand right here and see 4 churches from here. One right in the corner over there. 2. See the rooftop right there?
Uh-huh.
3.
3. 4.
We're going to ride past Grand Chapel.
But it's actually
and
6.
then come back
One
down
right-
the
one
street.
over here in Grand Chapel.
You get a look
Now,
at
that church over
Red
there
Bell
used to be
Church.
the first school in the neighborhood.
Those are the 2 oldest ones, are Grand Chapel and St. John. Right. But they call the Red Bell Church for obvious reasons when you go by it.
I'm sorry about the wall. The wall is the wall was built in the early, I would say the late 50s, 60s. And there used to be
Is that red? Right.
there were
Ted
people,
probably knows that.
there were people of non-color
Is that
that were on
right?
that side of the
Yeah,
wall.
because that neighborhood didn't exist. Whispering Palms didn't exist.
No, Worship Pines.
So there was.
There was a basketball court right over there, less than 600 feet for the white kids. Black, white. But think about it. Thank
What
God.
was in
White-
between them, man?
That
I know,
fence.
What was in between them? City dump.
City dump. Yeah. You know what?
All city dump.
Here's the good thing about it. The kids from Worship Pine, they came over here, and then we went over there. So you know, it wasn't that.
Sorry,
It wasn't that kind of stuff. We played basketball around the court. And I remember the Jim Smiths and I can't call them that name. But we lived right over on the other side of the
Jim
park.
Smith?
Yeah, Jim Smith, yeah.
Oh.
Jim Smith. go to his mom and dad's house all the time. Easton, Miss Webb,
The Addison.
yeah, right around the corner. See her all the time. She give me kisses and she can
You want to talk about the businesses that were up here?
Yeah. The wall on that side, actually, stop right there. It was all dirt road. Just like it is in some people's houses. Some people's houses right there. And you know, when it rains, because they cause it. But late 60s, right when you're standing there, it was the city was putting this show on. He started showing people this, you know, which was good. People was happy. Then it would come down, a lot of people for their vote. The people out of vote. There'd be the people that made the issue at the time. When it was, who first really got involved in politics, Johnny Polite. You live around the corner, Mr. Patrick. They were the first people involved in the city's politics.
It's 5 1/4.
I don't know how that. I don't know how that wall. I think the might have.
You don't know how what
It was to divide
It was to divide the races.
Was it originally concrete block or?
Concrete block, yeah.
It was lower though. People have added to the top of it over the years.
Yeah.
It started out as a lower wall, and then the individual
Right,
homeowners
they
started to build up
you're right.
on the top
Right.
and make it a 6-foot high wall. And then some places they got higher. Barbed wire at the top. At some point in the 60s and early 70s, there was barbed wire at the top.
That's true. And people
now-
realize the first people who moved across that wall was Mr. Dane. First people who moved across that, Mr. Dane, and as a matter of fact, his wife is still there today.
What year was that?
And then the next people moved over Mr. Bray.
Ed, do you know what year that was?
That was in the early. That was probably I would say 69, 70.
And then we had
long
debated
after
whether
the fair
to tear the
housing
wall
Act.
down.
Right,
The community
exactly,
said
yeah.
that we should preserve it. We want to remember our history, although how bad it and awful it was, and the Wall of Unity. And that was actually painted by school children, members of all the entire community came together in the early 90s and painted the wall.
But it wasn't built until the late 50s?
Right.
Late 50s.
The other
after
neighborhood
fair
didn't
housing.
come up to that point yet,
This
so
area back here was
when
basically
those
city
streets were
common.
put in, right opposite is when the wall.
The wall, so as we see, it's disintegrating. In 2010 and 11, I brought it up with our administrator at Calvary United Methodist that we would do a section, and we went to the Presbyterian Church, First Presbyterian, to see if they wanted to help and do a section. So it never happened. So here's the opportunity that maybe as a community we can take a section. I'll stick with the easy stuff, the black and white, rather than the artwork, and we can start to restore that wall because it's starting to disintegrate. What the image is there.
I think what you can do, because and people in the community make resurface that wall. Then, you know, you get a couple of schools like you did before, and let the children do it. It's a really
I
good
think
project.
part of the problem is the city says it's not their wall.
Exactly.
It's the property owner's walls. So we've tried to do that
The sheriff
like
has been
last
involved.
year.
And
Get
tried to
approval from
get
them.
It's involved in a covenant, and the covenant says that the property owners own the wall.
And they say it needs to be strengthened in areas too, like maybe cement poured down through it.
I will tell you this right now.
I mean,
I don't know not one property owner that never painted that wall won't have that freestyle. Kids start painting. They would not.
Right.
I don't know one that was saying.
Fight it? No.
Somebody just got to coordinate with the property.
Yeah, that's it.
Well, at one of the community district meetings, Mayor Pam Triolo and Scott Maxwell had mentioned, because there was some, I think you were there, from the community expressing about that, the deterioration and either, you know, what we were going to do, and they said they would look towards polling all the neighbors first to get that data to see if everybody was amenable, and then maybe get some, you know, some big name involved to bring some attention to it, so it's like a national project. And I had followed up with her, and she said that somebody she's done business with at a casting agency in California that deals with Tyler Perry, who she had mentioned she would try and get
We
attention
need
to that.
community action. This is great, but we need to schedule it at a different time.
Wait, hold on. You really want one more?
Right. While we're waiting for the gentleman, there was some